minutes into the second period, and Dave Lefebre is working like a machine. You can tell he's really thought this thing through. He spent his time, and it's a pattern we haven't seen so far on Chickamauga Lake.
Ultimate match fishing, you know, it's about beating one person. You know, you just have to have your head on straight, and you need to be thinking constantly. That's why I feel like that second quarter is just so important, because you get to kind of get a feel for what the other guy's gonna catch. You know, I think that's the key, is getting that second quarter when you don't know what's gonna happen.
Oh, God. Fish on front of the boat. Dave Lefebre has one on his first cast. Number 4 is in the live well.
Good one. You guys at UMF, you don't pick slouches in these tournaments. So everybody wants to go out there, do their thing, catch a big bag, and let you do yours. I mean, you just never know what's going to happen. Even somebody that's not on anything, it's like Brandon said, he wasn't on anything. It doesn't matter this time of year. It's almost like, in some cases, it's a benefit.
Fish on front of the boat.
Oh yeah,
it's a good one. It's a big bass for Dave Lefebre. This will be number 5 if he can get him in the boat.
I hope he doesn't come off.
Oh gosh, I knew you were gonna say that.
He's literally putting on a clinic with this jig.
Oh,
whoa.
A little bit too much line there.
In the boat, number 5, biggest bass of the day. Dave Lefebre is killing it.
Scared me. Look, he's not even hooked. I didn't even take the hook out of him.
I'm watching this, but I'm not really believing it. Dave Lefebre has got this figured out. He's moving from spot to spot to spot,
Fish.
And everyone's picking. And Brandon Palahniuk has one on the back of the boat. Dave turned the boat. He was able to make a cast, and he's got a keeper on.
Hope he doesn't get off.
Number 2 in the boat for Brandon Palahniuk.
Chickamauga right now is in its prime. There's so many big fish getting caught here. To just be able to roll up, catch 4 and 5 pounders really quick, it can happen. And so I still felt like with an hour and a half to go in that third quarter that could possibly make something happen.
Brandon, that last thing you threw up there on the bank, whatever it is, was over the line.
What? That's penalty number 3 for Brandon Palahniuk. And you know, this is his first time fishing ultimate match fishing, but I will say this, Dave Lefebre is being strategic as far as he's setting up the boat. Not that he's turning the boat and causing the penalties, but Brandon's having to fight for every cast. What Dave's doing, he's going down the bank a little ways, and then he turns the boat to protect it. It's just strategic, it's defensive, and it's working.
Yeah, they're staged up out here in about 32 foot.
So really, I was just waiting for my chance for that third period, because I knew he was going to position the boat the rest of the period and stick me in the back. And I wasn't really planning on playing that game.
That's the end of the period.
Boy, isn't that special.
And the whistle sounds, ending the half. Dave Lefebre has a commanding lead over Brandon Palahniuk. And I got to tell you, Brandon, this is his first time fishing with us. He's probably sitting there figuring out the comeback strategy. Man, I hope he can pull it off. But Lefebre, that jig, the two of them are working well together.
Come on, let's do it right. Let's do it like pros right here, boy.
I knew going into that third period that I was behind. And I knew that if I didn't catch him good enough to make Dave think that I might have a slight chance at beating him, that he was just gonna call it and he wasn't gonna fish the fourth quarter. I don't know if it's because he's afraid of getting wet in the rain or if he just didn't want to fish anymore. I knew that I needed to put that pressure on him.
Second half is now underway, and Brandon Palahniuk is in control of the boat. He traveled about 5 minutes north on Chickamauga Lake. He's crossed to the eastern side, and it looks like he's fishing a jig, a lot like we saw Dave Lefebre do in the second, at the mouth of some pockets. Now, if you're just joining us, here's what happened in the first half with our halftime recap. What a first half for Dave Lefebre. Not only was he able to land 2 keepers out of the back of the boat in the first quarter, he just kept on rolling when he took control in the second. Lefebre wasted no time in filling out his limit. For Brandon Palahniuk, a few rookie jitters are starting to show. Although he managed 2 keepers, he has a huge amount of ground to make up, especially with the 3 penalties he has on the books.
Brandon, he got you on the boat turn.
Sorry, bud.
So you see where we are, and it is a very simple thing. If Brandon Palahniuk cannot get back in this thing in the third quarter and catch and pass Dave Lefebre, he might risk a fourth quarter set down. Fish on back of the boat. It looks like a good one.
Oh, yeah.
I need to work on my boat positioning.
I believe that'll
Clearly.
get rid of that little guy. I actually went to my back deck and fished for a while in practice by myself. Guy idled by me. I mean, I pretended like I was going to the bathroom. I was embarrassed. But if you can catch them from the back, you're going to win. I watch the show. I'm a fishing junkie. I see it every time. And I had never been able to take advantage of that until today.
Another good one in the boat for Dave Lefebre. He just keeps on piling it on. Another good one in the boat for Dave Lefebre. He just keeps on piling it on.
Doesn't matter where I go.
I watch the show. I'm a fishing junkie. I see it every time. If you can catch them from the back, you're going to win.
Well, there you go. Dave Lefebre has just caught another bass. He's going to call in this season on Ultimate Match Fishing. What it's all boiling down to is the Strike King Big Bass Award. That's right. Strike King teamed up with us, and they're going to donate $500 in the angler's name in each match that catches the largest bass. Right now, that would be Dave. And the money is going to go to a great, great organization called Catch a Dream.
Look at that.
They provide a once-in-a-lifetime fishing experience for kids suffering from a life-threatening disease.
Brandon, I don't think there's a single tournament fisherman that hasn't been in the position you're in right now, late in the day, and you got to catch him. Your back's against the wall. What's going through your mind right now? Fish on.
That's a big one.
That one's got some meat to him. He really needs for this to be a good one.
That one will keep.
Oh, yeah. Best keeper so far for Brandon Palahniuk.
I honestly don't know what I would have done different. And so I'm not too upset about it because I feel like I could have pulled up to any one of those places, made a cast, and caught a 6-pounder on each one of those places, and then it's a totally different day.
That's the end of the period.
Like, I don't care if you end the match, but can we just, like, keep fishing? Like, end it, you can win, and then we'll fish.
I would like to keep fishing.
Now, by UMF rules, if an angler has a lead going into the fourth quarter and is in control of the boat, he can actually pull the plug and set the other angler down, which means Dave Lefebre has a big decision to make right now. I'm going to take it over to my co-host, Fish Fishburne. He's in the boat with our anglers right now.
Thanks, Joe. Look, here's the deal. We got to make some decisions. Dave, you're in control in the fourth. What's it going to be?
What would you do if you had a guy by the nickname of Prodigy in the back of your boat?
You think?
Yeah, we're gonna call it quits, get out of here before we get wet, and live to fish another day.
Brandon, tough situation.
I knew it was coming. I knew he won the coin toss, picked 2 and 4. I knew if I didn't catch him in that last period, this was gonna happen.
Well, you're a great competitor, man, great fisherman. You ran some great stuff. You spent your time wisely. It just didn't pay off. The fish didn't bite. Hey, Blue Water Lodge and Marina, that's where we're heading right now. We're gonna have a weigh-in.
There is no decision. I got a kid nicknamed the Prodigy on my back deck in the fourth quarter, and I'm winning. There ain't no way I'm taking him to a spot. No way. He's just too good.
If I want to fish in the back of the boat, he would not be the guy I would want on the front of the boat. To just go fishing with him and have fun fishing, yeah, it would be a great time. Fishing on the back of his boat, negative Ghost Rider.
We started off this match today with sunshine. It went to wind, and finally at the end, we had some rain. But Fish, Chickamauga, and these guys still delivered.
The lake's incredible, and hey, we have the best in the business. Brandon, you caught a ton of fish, just not the right ones. And Mr. Man here fishing out of the, did you see him out of the back of the boat? Just whacking them. It was a bizarre match.
Yeah, and absolutely. Brandon, great job. And Dave, you could tell you put your homework in. Brandon, I know you were a little short on practice, but the homework definitely paid off. You had 5 bass that weighed 1436. And a key, you didn't have any penalties. Well, I think that's a first for you in Ultimate Match Fishing. I think you and the ref are kind of getting to be good buddies. But regardless, you are advancing to the second round. Congratulations. Thanks, hey, let's take it over to Fish Fishburne. He's with our winner, Dave Lefebre, right now for this week's Frog Togs match-changing moment.
Was there a match-changing moment, in your opinion?
I think just getting that second and fourth in this deal was the key. Getting to see how he was fishing, what he was going to catch, and then I was able to adjust and formulate my game plan after that first quarter.
It all boiled down to that, and you did it. Great job, Dave Lefebre.
Thank you.
I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have. I'm Joe Thomas, and we'll catch you next week on Pelican's Ultimate Match Fishing.
Excuse me, sir. Can you slow down just a tad, just a touch?
Negative Ghost
Simmer
Rider.
down just a little.
Whoa.
We got business to take care of.
Oh, Brandon hooked himself. Roll on that. That's good. Look at it. He's hooked himself in the thigh. Jesus.